One of the things I heard in the PowerPoint you guys gave at the beginning was I heard a comment about weeding out, people that may be participating in the legal, this illegal activity. And there's instances where this happens even in our own communities where community members come together and finally say, we've had enough of this individual or this group of individuals, and we'd like to, get them, remove them from the area. So I see some similarities between us and you guys. But what also comes to mind is the fact that this communication is great and all, but I do kind of have a message here for our elected officials that, yes, see, we're here on behalf of our communities, ourselves, and we're here to talk to these agents, but, you're also sitting in the audience, but what I'm trying to get at is, with the people that we decide, when we come together as a community and we decide to remove certain people, why is it that we can hold these people accountable, but when it comes to actions that happen from people in uniform or this group specifically, when we're victims of this, and you guys clearly know about this because this, word travels quick within our communities throughout the whole nation. Incidences that have occurred down south, we've been made aware of up here in the north on a pretty quick basis. But why is it that our officials, our elected officials that are in this audience today don't question or hold these people accountable for any of this? We do have like this, like I said, we do have this open communication with you guys, but I feel that we're skipping a step by our officials not doing anything. So this is just my message to you people to you officials in the audience today, is that you hear this, you know what's going on, and you're in these elected positions, but what exactly are you doing on behalf of the people? What have you done besides, come to these meetings and put these town hall sessions together, which is great and all. I'm not knocking that, but I think you need to remember that because you're in this position, that you also have your obligations to the people. This is a lot of these people are your family, and a lot of people don't do anything unless it happens to their family. Somebody in their, maybe somebody they're close to, or somebody that's just within the family. So I hope that you go away just knowing that today, that you're also need to be, just be here on behalf of us still. We put you in these positions, so please just remember that, you're also out there for us. Yes, you're out there for yourselves, but just don't forget about, your community and your community members, and don't just wait until your family is affected or yourself or you're affected by this. But that's just what I had to say about that. And my question is, again, it's about the roads and the environmental impact that I've noticed that's grown. It's just this. I was talking to somebody outside during the break, and I mentioned that as a kid there were just dirt roads here and there, but now it seems like every dirt road branches off into another dirt road. And coming from a family of ranchers, I realized that a lot of places is hard to get to, but what actually justifies you guys making a new road if other than the fact that you need to get to this area? But I know you do have helicopters and other airborne vehicles that can easily scope the area, but and you did talk on some of that about with ATV vehicles and motorcycles, but so that's just really my question: is what justifies another road? And is there going to be anything done about the fact that this roads are really damaged now? Dirt roads, they're just appearing out of nowhere, and I think that I guess there just needs to be something done about that, because yeah, you guys may use them on a regular basis, but there's also people within the community that use these on a more daily basis. So I'd like to leave it at that.
With regard to the new roads, thanks for your question. With regard to the new roads, as far as working on established roads that we use, the community already uses, we are working, trying to get access to new roads. to do repair on roads. With regards to some of the roads, we already have local agreements with the tribal government that there are some places, and with BIA, Bureau of Indian Affairs, that we can conduct maintenance on. With regard to the Border Patrol, we have a road contract in the area that addresses the roads that we are operationally required to have in order to gain access to the border and have access at the border. But as it starts coming north, it becomes a different option. That isn't within our ability to do a lot of work on those types of roads. We can address the roads at the immediate border and those that we basically use for regular patrol or response to activities. And we're actually working a couple of contracts right now with the nation to lease land for that, but we really can't get into it. The tribal government has information on that, but it's a very significant amount of road that will provide access to tribal members along the entire immediate border of the nation, of all the tribal land from Aho all the way down to Tucson's area, the other side of pretty close to Sells. So we're working on those pieces. There's also a couple other roads that we require that are in really bad shape that we're trying to work with BIA on to get access to get either to have them fix the roads, because ultimately the federal government funds the Bureau of Indian Affairs to repair roads on tribal land. We don't really have any authority. We have to get permission from either the tribe or BIA. So even then, because BIA gets funded, it kind of causes legal issues about us being able to use appropriated funding that's appropriated specifically to the Border Patrol to support another federal agency. So we're trying to work out issues with BIA right now. It's kind of a mixed bag of nuts on that one. We're working very hard. We just had a very long discussion with the chairman and the director of Bureau of Indian Affairs in headquarters. The chairman is up there right now, and well, he was up there week before last, and we were having the discussion with him and Bureau of Indian Affairs to grant us access to do a little bit of repair in some areas that we need to do that they're claiming that they're not funded to do. So yes, we do what we can where we can, and I can speak to that. Our tribal liaison agents are very involved with the domestic affairs committees on all our projects, also with the environmental studies that are done on the road work that we need to do or would like to do, cultural studies before we do anything. We've done a lot of things. We've got a lot of things in play on that, on the roads, on the new roads, or improving current roads. But I wish we could do more, but we are the government, and there's no lightning speed in the government. So we push as hard as we can. There's a lot of other people that have say, so we have to find a way to get them on our side too, and on the nation's side. So we've got a good working group right now with the chairman up there in Washington, D.C., pushing very hard on BIA for that.